Good morning, everyone. I am Cathy and Garnace, and I will be rationalizing the items assigned to me, which is 130 to 150. Okay, so first we have 131. What characteristics show that a teacher has empathy towards learners or students? A. Discipline and fortitude. B. Loyalty and affinity. C. Caring and love. D. Strength and conviction performance of students. So the answer is letter B. Loyalty and affinity. So why not letter A, C, D? So why not letter A? Because discipline and fortitude are important qualities but do not necessarily indicate empathy. And why not letter C? Caring and love is a component of empathy. Love is a stronger emotion that might not always be appropriate in a teacher-student relationship. And letter D, strength and conviction performance of students. These are personal qualities that doesn't inherently demonstrate an understanding of students' feeling. So, the answer is letter B, loyalty and affinity. Because loyalty and affinity demonstrate a deep connection and understanding, showing that the teacher values and appreciates the students' perspectives and emotion. So let's proceed to 132. What process of child development arouses interest in learning through fun activities like music and dance activities? A. Socio-emotional. B. Cognitive. C. Biological. D. Maturation. So what do you think is the answer? The answer is letter A. Socio-emotional. So why not letter B, C, and D? Letter B is cognitive, which is development involves thinking and problem-solving skills. Letter C are not the answer because biological are the foundation for development but don't directly explain the engagement with fun activities. D. Maturation, process of physical and intellectual development over time, but it doesn't specify the engagement with fun activities. So the answer here is letter A, which involves the child's ability to interact with others and understand emotions. Next is, which of the following is significant or related to socio-emotional development in the child? A. Uttering the first word mommy. B. Crawling on one's knees. C. Learning the alphabet. D. Being attached to parents. So the answer is letter D. Being attached to parents. So why not letter A, B, and C? So let's rationalize the other choices. Letter A, this relates more to language and cognitive development. While letter B, this is a motor skill more related to physical movement. Letter C, this is related to cognitive development and literacy. Well, the answer is letter D, being attached to parents. It is a fundamental aspect of socio-emotional development. It provides a secure base for the child to explore the world and develop relationships. Next item Who has main responsibility for classroom management plan? So A, the teacher, B, the supervisor, C, the principal, D, the students. So what do you think is the answer? The answer is A, the teacher. So why not the supervisor, the principal, and the student? Okay. So, letter B, the supervisor. Supervisors oversee teachers but don't manage individual classroom plans. Well, letter C, the principal. Principals provide overall leadership but rely on teachers to manage their classrooms. Letter D, students can contribute to classroom management but the primary responsibility lies with the teacher. So, the answer is letter A. The teacher is directly responsible for creating and implementing a classroom management plan to foster a positive and productive learning environment. Okay, next is which is true of the Philippine educational system. So, A, free education in public elementary and secondary schools. B, full tuition subsidy for students enrolled in private school in all levels. C, free education in the government schools in all levels. D, full tuition subsidy for students enrolled in private school in the basic level. So, what do you think is the answer? The answer is letter A, free education in public, elementary, and secondary school. So why not B, C, and D? Letter B, the government doesn't fully subsidize private education for all levels. Well, letter C, tertiary education in government schools is not entirely free. Letter D, while there may be some subsidies, it is not a full tuition subsidy. Next is, what kind of activity is being engaged in by teacher and students who discuss concepts, description, definition, and application? So, is it letter A, psychomotor, B, cognitive, C, values inculcation, D, affective? So, the answer is letter B, cognitive. So, why not A, C, and D? Psychomotor, this involves physical movement and skills. While values inculcation, this focuses on teaching and internalizing values. While affective, this deals with emotions and feelings. So the answer is letter B, cognitive, because cognitive, discussing concepts, definitions, and applications, involves higher order thinking skills and intellectual understanding, which fall under the cognitive activities. Next is, since chromosome endowment differs between male and female, what chromosomes belongs to male? I mean belongs to females. A, X, Y, and Z. B, Y. C, X. D, X and Y. So the answer is letter C, X. So why not letter A, B, and D? Letter A, X, Y, and Z. The Z chromosome is not related to human determination. While letter B is Y, males have one X and one Y chromosomes. While letter D is X and Y, this combination is for males. So the answer is letter C, which is X. Females have two X chromosomes, XX. Next item. In what activity can learners claim to be learning independently or managing their own learnings? A, doing research studies. B. Listening to a lesson presentation. C. Copying diagram on the blackboard. D. Doing math addition drills. So the answer is letter A. Doing research studies. So why not B, C, and D? B. This is passive learning. Well, letter C. This is rote learning. And letter D. This is repetitive practice rather than independent learning. So answer is letter A, which is research studies require students to take initiative, plan, execute, and analyze information, demonstrating independent learning and management. Next is, if you are part of the policy-making body of the school, you must be an officer of which organized group? A. Parents and Teachers Association. B. Parent, Teachers, and Community Association. C. School Governing Council. D. Student Government. The answer is letter C. School Governing Council. So why not A, B, and D? Letter A, this group supports the school but doesn't typically set policies. While letter B, similar to the above, this group is for support and collaboration. While letter D, student government, this group represents student interest but doesn't have policy-making power for the entire school. So the answer is letter C, because the School Governing Council is responsible for setting policies and making decisions about the school's operations and direction. Next item. On Tolman's purposive behaviorism theory, how can teacher be purposive and goals-directed in teaching? Letter A. They shorten lesson presentation. B. They state lesson outcomes clearly and specifically. C. They deliver the complete lesson. D. They repeat lesson presentation twice. The answer is letter B. They state lesson outcomes clearly and specifically. So why not A, C, and D? Because letter A, this doesn't necessarily align with purposive behaviorism. Well, letter C, completeness is not as crucial as having clear objectives. And letter D, repetition alone doesn't guarantee goal-directed teaching. So the answer is letter B. Tolman's theory emphasizes the importance of goals in behavior. Next is, what is the descriptor for a numerical grade of 90 as level of proficiency? Is it A, satisfactory, B, fairly satisfactory, C, outstanding, D, very poor? The answer is C, outstanding. So why not satisfactory, fairly, and very poor? Satisfactory, this implies a basic level of competence. Letter B, this is a lower level of competence. And letter D, very poor, this indicates failing performance. So it's letter C. A grade of 90 typically indicates excellent performance, which is described as outstanding. Next is on types of questions which promote interaction among learners. A. Convergent questions. B. Inference questions. C. Cognitive questions. D. Divergent questions. The answer is letter D. Divergent questions. So why not A, B, and C? Letter A, these have one correct answer, limiting discussion. Letter B, this require drawing conclusions but may not necessarily promote broad interaction. While letter C, cognitive questions, while important, they don't specifically guarantee interaction. Letter D, Divergent questions require multiple answers and encourage critical thinking and discussion, which leads to greater interaction among learners. Next is, for test construction, why are teachers required to come up with a table of specifications in test construction? To ensure that the tests have A. Current validity, B. Content validity, C. Reliability, D. Predictive validity. Answer is for content validity, letter B. So why not A, C, and D? This refers to how well a test correlates with a previously validated measure. While letter C, reliability, this refers to the consistency of the test scores. Letter D, predictive validity, this refers to how well the test predicts future performance. So the answer is letter B, content validity. A table of specifications ensure that the test covers all the content areas that were taught, thus ensuring content validity. Next is, who is the center of the teaching learning process in education? A. Learning environment, B. Teacher, C. Learner, D. School. So the answer is letter C, learner. So why not learning environment, teacher, and school? Learning environment, important but secondary to the learner. Letter B, teacher, facilitates learning but is not the central figure. Letter D, school, provides the setting but is not the central focus. Letter C, learner, is the answer because modern educational philosophy emphasizes that the learner should be the focus of all educational activities. Next is, in the 4 phases of curriculum development, which process refers to determining rate of achievement of learning outcomes? A. Designing, B. Implementation, C. Planning, D. Evaluation. So what do you think is the answer? Correct. The answer is letter B, implementation. So why not designing, planning, and evaluation? In designing, it involves planning the curriculum. While in planning, develop strategies and goals. And evaluation occurs after implementation to measure the curriculum overall effectiveness. So the answer is implementation because implementation is the stage where the curriculum is put into action and the outcomes are assessed based on this implementation. Next item, number 146. Which of the following best supports professionalism among teachers? A. Integrity of top education officials. B. Provision of adequate financial support for schools. C. Directions laid down by school principals and supervisors. D. Policies responsive to the teacher's professional competencies. The answer is letter D. Policies responsive to the teacher's professional competencies. So why not A, B, C? Because A, important but doesn't directly support teacher professionalism. While letter B, beneficial but not directly related to the professionalism. Letter C, can be helpful but may also stifle creativity and professional judgment if overly prescriptive. So the answer is letter D, because policies that acknowledge and support the skills and expertise of teachers foster professionalism. Number 147. Which of the following can best help encourage shy and timid students to participate in class activities? A. Send them to guidance office. B. Provide counseling. C. Give them a leadership role in groups. D. Ask them to bring their parents for query. So the answer here is letter C. Give them a leadership role in groups. So why not A, B, and D? A. Send them to guidance office. Might be helpful for some but doesn't address immediate participation. While letter B. Provide counseling can be helpful but may not directly lead to increased participation. While letter D. Ask them to bring their parents for query. This can be intimidating and may not solve the problem. So the answer is letter C. Giving them a leadership role in groups. Providing leadership opportunities in smaller groups can build confidence and encourage participation in a less intimidating environment. Next is what is computed to get the quarterly grade for MAPI's 4 areas combined: music, arts, PE, and health education. Is it A. Get the average, B. Add all 4 grades, C. PE grade is dominant, D. Music grade will prevail? So the answer is get the average. So why not B, C, and D? B. Add all 4 grades. This would result in unrealistically high grade. While C. PE grade is dominant, no specific areas typically weighted more than others. Letter D. Music grade will prevail. This is not the standard practice. So the answer is get the average. The quarterly grade in MAP is typically calculated by averaging the grades from music, arts, PE, and health. Next item. Which of the following can best advance leadership skills among students? A. Advise them to follow group rules. B. Give them regular advising. C. Refrain from calling them for recitation. D. Make them head group activities. Answer is letter D. Make them head group activities. So why not A, B, C? Because letter A, important but doesn't actively develop leadership. Letter B, supportive but not hands-on leadership experience. While letter C, refrain from calling them for recitation doesn't develop leadership. So the answer is letter D. Assigning students to lead group activities gives them direct experience in organizing, delegating, and motivating others. For our last item, what will you see as an application of Pavlov's idea of discrimination? Letter A. Monitoring low achievers in class. B. Giving way for peer tutoring. C. Engaging students in collaborative learning. D. Allowing students to choose activities. So what do you think is the answer? The answer is letter D. Allowing students to choose electives. So why not A, B, C? Because letter A, this relates more to intervention. B, this is a support mechanism. C, promotes teamwork, not discrimination. So the answer is letter D. In Pavlovian terms, discrimination is the ability to distinguish between different stimuli and respond accordingly. Allowing students to choose electives enables them to differentiate between subjects and select those that are most appealing or relevant to them. So that would be all. Once again, I am Cathy and Garnace. Thank you for watching and listening.